Well, so in today's video, we're going to discuss with you the top 5 pros as well as top 5 cons that the Maruti Suzuki Grand Vitara offers. Now, let's start with the cons first. The biggest negative on this car is the fact that the engine, the non-hybrid I'm talking about, it does feel a little underpowered. Yes, it doesn't offer you the same kind of power that some other rivals offer. It's decent in terms of performance and it does get the job done, but ultimately, if you want keen driving thrills, you'll have to look elsewhere. 103 bhp just feels a little underpowered for this car. So that's one negative. The second negative is that on the non-hybrid version, some equipment is missing. You don't get wireless charging, you don't get digital gauges, you also don't get automatic wipers on this version, and you don't get cool front seats, which you get on the full hybrid. So these are things which I think people are now starting to expect, especially at this price point, because this particular version is quite expensive on the road. It should be around 80 lakh rupees, 18.5 lakh rupees, the Alpha Plus in the automatic. So Maruti Suzuki should have given you some additional features on the non-hybrid version. The hybrid has them, but this one missed out on them. So that's the second negative. The third negative is that the interiors, the dashboard design, the layout is very similar to the Baleno, very similar to the Fronx, very similar to the Brezza, and they should have given you some key differences, some areas of difference where they could have improved the interior quality, the interior looks, the interior design of this car. So that's another area where this car could have been improved, because a lot of people, when they sit inside this car, they realize that the design is pretty similar to those cars, which are much cheaper. So that's also one thing that Maruti Suzuki should address. The fourth negative is, of course, the boot. Now, this is the non-hybrid and it has a boot of around 355 liters, which is roughly about 80 to 90 to 100 liters shorter than its main rival. So that's also something that this car misses out on. And the hybrid, the full hybrid, is even lesser. It's 255 liters, which really is very small. Yes, it gives you great fuel efficiency, but it is quite small. So that's another negative. And the fifth and final negative on this car is the fact that this panoramic sunroof is great for people who want sunroofs and big sunroofs, but this lining, this cloth lining over here, it's very thin, and sometimes it just allows the sunlight to filter into the cabin. It just allows that light to come in, and that's something that they should change, because it does warm up the cabin. If you park it in direct sunlight and you come back after a couple of hours from your office or maybe from somewhere where you've been, you will find a very hot car, you will find a very warm car. So that's also another negative, and Maruti should immediately fix giving you a better quality roof lining over here. That should help. So those are the big 5 negatives. Now, what are the big 5 positives? And there are some positives which really make up for those negatives. Now, the first big positive is the fact that the base version of the car, yes, the Sigma version, also comes with decent equipment. Now, air conditioning, power windows and power steering, everybody gives. But do you really think that anybody offers you automatic climate control, even the base version? No. Do you think that people offer you mild hybrid system or traction control even in the base version? No. Well, the Sigma version does come with all these features. So you get automatic climate control, you get traction control, as well as the mild hybrid system. The battery pack is there even on the base version of the car. So that's something that you can look forward to. It's good value in that sense. What you'll also like about this car is the ride quality. Yes, the ride quality is brilliant. It's got a very good chassis. The chassis dynamics is very good, and I'll club point 2 and point 3 together. Ride quality is good. It soaks in the bumps quite well. And the third thing is that the driving dynamics are also quite sorted. If you choose the manual, the gear shift quite well. The steering wheel is nice and crisp and responsive, and it just begs you for that little bit of more power. If you push it into corners, there's very minimal body roll. So ride quality as well as handling is very good, and that's point number 2 and point number 3 of positives on this car. Now, point number 4 is for people who are buying the top of the line version, the automatic version, and that of course is the fact that in terms of equipment, yes, you might say digital gauges and stuff is missing, but in terms of the infotainment, you get quite a lot of stuff. Like you get a bird's eye view camera, 360 view camera. You of course get a lot of information like actual fuel consumption, how far the car will go, and of course you can connect it with your Apple and Android devices. That's something brilliant on this car as well. Automatic headlamps is also standard, and of course this massive panoramic sunroof. So these are things which really make it feel like a nice and classy place to be in. And of course, you get paddle shifters on the top of the line, 6-speed automatic version as well. So that's another reason. And the fifth reason is that the seat comfort is generally good, both in the front and at the back. It's got good seats, good comfort. Yes, the Honda Elevate now is the best car in terms of seat comfort. The seats on the Elevate are very good, but this one, I think, well, it is very close to the Elevate. It's not far behind, and it does offer you very good seat comfort as well as space. And of course, I'll give you an additional reason, that is that Maruti Suzuki is the largest car network in India, both in terms of sales outlets, after sales support, servicing centers. They really are one of the best and the biggest. So it really is massive, and that gives you a total peace of mind factor as well when you buy any of their cars, be it this one, be it another one. And that's something that you can't really say about any other car manufacturer in India. So it gives you a total peace of mind factor, and Maruti also does do quite well in terms of managing the customers. So most of the customers there come out quite happy and quite satisfied with the service backup. Anyways, guys, this was my video review today of the Maruti Suzuki Grand Vitara, the pros and the cons. We've kept this car for a couple of weeks with us, and I have to say that it has been quite an enjoyable experience overall. We are also putting up a video of the Elevate compared to this car, so you can watch that as well. And if you want to watch that, do subscribe to this channel, and do let me know in the comment section below which other cars you want to see in the pros and cons section, because every car has pros and every car has cons, and we would like to give you all the details. Do subscribe to this channel for all those details, and if you want to see this video review in Hindi, then again subscribe to this channel and check out the links in the box below. It's bye for now, and see you soon. And don't forget to wear seat belts every time you take your car out for a drive, because the seat belt is the first device of safety inside a car, and all the other airbags and ABS and stuff like that will only be helpful if you're wearing your seat belts and are securely fastened with your seats. Bye for now, and thanks so much for watching this video.